What does life want from you? So I just watched a YouTube video of a lovely young gentleman with a mustache sitting in front of a tree talking about life and wisdom and things like that. I'll link it up in the little card. But he essentially says to stop asking the question, what do I want from life right now? And start asking the question, what does life want from me right now? And the answer will come from inside of you. You'll be kind of in tune with your inner voice and your inner thoughts, and it should just be quite intuitive, quite instantaneous. It should just sort of come to you. You should be called to some particular life task, which is an idea that he took from Carl Jung, I believe. And essentially this life task doesn't have to be a big monumentous occurrence. It could be quite small, quite realistic, but it will kind of be almost a guiding light as to, what I need to do right now. But right now, I am lying on this really uncomfortable sofa in the little cottage that I rent here in Edinburgh. Got my Sonic the Hedgehog blanket, got my Johnny Bravo pajamas on. And so to ask the question, what does life want from me right now? Well, that answer is not just coming to me immediately. Although I have picked up my phone and I am filming a YouTube video, so maybe in a sense it was true and accurate and correct. And actually this was the answer. What did life want from me right now? Life wanted me to pick up my phone and start yapping. Because really the issue for me is that I would make these videos far more often. I feel like one of my core skills is being a communicator, or I hesitate to say entertainer, but I am an actor and a musician and I have a degree in musical theatre, and I guess, sure, an entertainer is what I am. I do well in jobs like sales and customer service because they basically just involve yapping and building rapport with people. And so ultimately I think that communicator, entertainer, like that is who I am, that is what I do. It always reminds me of that bit in the film Bruce Almighty where Morgan Freeman, oh God, says that Bruce has this gift, he has a spark, he has this ability to kind of light people up and to connect with people and to communicate with people. And I really resonate with that because I think he's not just talking about Bruce, the character in the film, he is also just talking about Jim Carrey, how he just is that special kind of person that has that sort of light, that is just able to just resonate and connect with people through different mediums and just through whatever different kind of form that may take. And it resonated with me personally on that level because I felt like I am that kind of person. Like that's the kind of person that I've always been or always aspired to be. But one of my greatest issues in being a communicator is that I don't often know what to say. I think this notion of asking the question, what does life want from me right now? And listening to your internal voice and it kind of giving you the answer is all well and good from a neurotypical perspective, but I am super autistic and on the waiting list to be potentially diagnosed with ADHD. Life wants too many things from me. If I ask the question, what does life want? What am I doing right now? The answer is everything and nothing all at the same time. And so it's really difficult to ask and to answer that question because the answer will be different pretty much at any given moment. I could ask myself this question an hour from now and I might just come up with a completely different answer. I don't know what to communicate about because I am thinking everything and nothing all at the same time. I would make 100 YouTube videos. I would make a video every single day. I would pick up a phone and a camera and just yap. Everyone's like, oh, film courses and make this and do that. And I'm like, I don't know what I know. What do I do? What do I say? Because if I work in sales, then I'm selling a thing and I can talk about the thing, but I can also talk to people about unrelated things, about their life. But obviously the ultimate goal is to draw back round to the thing and then try and sell them the thing. If I work as a tour guide at a specific historical attraction in Edinburgh, I'm talking about the specific history of that one specific site. And sometimes I can go off on little tangents and talk about other things like the plague in a bit more depth. But ultimately, we're bringing it back round to this is the place where we are right now, this is the history of this one thing, and I have specific things that I need to talk about. But if I were to then come onto YouTube and say, wow, I know a bunch of stuff about the random specific history of this one random specific place in Edinburgh, I could make YouTube videos about that, but what would I say? I can't just do my tour because I'd probably get in trouble for that. But also, it's not really relevant outside of the context of being in that place unless I made a documentary about it, which I guess I could do. But you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm supposed to say or talk about, and that's why I just yap about myself. But then the content just becomes the same thing. It's like it goes around in circles because I'm clearly just going through the motions of life and struggling as an autistic individual who is struggling with life, who is currently very burnt out and therefore struggling because of that as well, currently out of work and therefore lying on a really uncomfortable sofa in a Sonic the Hedgehog blanket. Like, what do I say? I can't come from any position of knowledge or expertise or of saying I can help you with your mental health or I can educate you on this subject, because I can't. I mean, I probably could. There's probably some things I could say, some things I could teach, I guess. I have a degree in musical theatre. I'm sure I could yap about that. But ultimately, I just don't know. And I think the way that I would want to position it, the way that I would want to frame it, is that actually I'm communicating from a place of I don't know the answers. I'm not an educator. I'm not someone who's solved a problem and is going to help you solve a problem by joining my course and subscribing to my fucking mailing list. I don't know the answers. I don't have any answers. I'm maybe pursuing or finding answers, and maybe I can talk about my pursuit, and maybe I can talk about the things that I already have found and the things that I already do know, and I can talk about the fact that I've watched this one YouTube video of a guy sitting in front of a tree. Maybe what I need to do is go outside and sit in front of a tree. Maybe I'll go outside, I'll sit in front of a tree, I'll listen to my intuition, and I'll say, what does life want from me right now? And I'll tell you the answer. And maybe what I'll do is I'll just make a video every day asking myself that question. The answer's going to be different, so it'll be a different video every time, I guess. But ultimately, the point is that there is no point. I listened to my intuition and asked what my life task was, what life was asking of me right now. And life was asking me to communicate. Life was asking me to pick up a camera and to talk to the internet. And I don't know, maybe somebody will find this and find some degree of solace in the fact that also other people don't know. Maybe it's more of just a friend thing. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a parasocial sort of friendship. I think I'm pretty good at being a person that people can listen to, and maybe if the people are going through a tough time and that their kind of escape is sitting on YouTube and watching videos and they would like to listen to me yap because it brings them some form of comfort or solace, I would actually really enjoy that. I mean, not the fact that they're upset, obviously, but the fact that, I could maybe bring some form of comfort. Maybe my task is to yap and to be there for people to listen to. But my issue really is, again, not knowing what to yap about, hence why we are here, yapping in circles. I cannot express to you enough how real the temptation is to just go on and ChatGPT or some bollocks and just be like, what do I yap about? Just give us something, give us a little spark, because I just need something, right? If I'm in sales, I can yap about an iPhone or a gas and electric. If I'm doing tours of a specific historic site, I can yap about that specific historic site. My problem is, if it's just completely freeform and I have nothing specific to yap about, I don't know what the fuck to say. I need some sort of initial spark or some sort of initial sort of impetus. There you go, there's my musical theatre degree coming in. I need some sort of impetus to kind of spark a through life. But you know what I mean? I need a seed of an idea. I need to see a video of a man sitting in front of a tree yapping about something for me to make a video responding to this man yapping in front of a tree, yapping about him yapping in front of a tree, and yapping my own thoughts and feelings and opinions in response to that. That's what I need. I need to just find things and respond to things. Maybe I'm a reaction channel or a review channel. I don't know. The point is, I'm going to yap. Or maybe I'm not, but I need things to yap about. And that's always been my biggest issue. And so I guess maybe my life task is to figure out how to overcome that issue. My life task is to find systems, to devise a system of finding things to yap about so that I have a never-ending stream of things to yap about so that I can yap consistently and not have to worry about the finding and the seeding of the ideas, because the finding and the seeding of the ideas automatically generates. Maybe I build a system, maybe I find some sort of funnel, or design something, or use ChatGPT, and I find ways of thinking of things that I'm gonna yap about. And that's what my current life task is. So ultimately, I guess the moral of the story is that through listening to my own intuition here on this hard sofa and asking the question, what does life want from me right now? I actually was able to answer it. And maybe Tree Man was actually onto something the whole time. And listen, if it's something that works for you, if listening to your intuition and asking what does life want from me right now is something that's going to help you, I'd go for it. Like, honestly, listen to this man's wisdom. He's a very nice man. He's just sitting in front of a tree, yapping about mental health and psychology. And I think that's quite fun. It's quite peaceful. He's out sitting in front of a tree. There's people on bikes going by. It's quite sweet. Go watch that video. He's quite fun. Also, subscribe to this channel and listen to me yap some more. Way!